Right, hello, welcome back to another walkthrough of Bam Bam's Dragon Age Inquisition videos. If you have not seen the previous videos, sorry, I've done, last week, well, technically, yeah, it is. Last week, I, had a little bit of a fever, and then, eventually I got better, but then had a runny nose, a little bit of coughs every now and then. I'm getting better now, but you know, it's just coming and going. So obviously, if you hear me cough, and then and then, as you might have just heard, I am very sorry if I do that. But not a good idea to cough when you're doing this sort of thing. But anyway, again, welcome to another video of Dragon Age Inquisition. If you have not seen the previous videos that I with this, recommend you watch, and people watch this one. Link below will be hopefully one day my walkthrough recorded videos of Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and then obviously future reference Dragon Age the Veilguard. Now, I know we're getting closer to the release of the game. I know they've been advertising that game a lot. I believe I've said this numerous times in my other videos that supposedly with the game that the only impact choices from the Inquisition that you're gonna get is who the Inquisitor romanced, is the Inquisition still formed or disbanded, and did you swear to Solus that you're gonna stop him or you're gonna try and save him. I can understand maybe those three, but the fact that they said only those three would be impacted into the Veilguard and not the others is kind of stupid if you ask me. But at the same time, maybe I can understand it because technically saying you're going to the Imperium, you're not going to be in Orlais or Ferelden. So in a way, I can maybe understand it because, you're going to another country. So in a way, the Veilguard is kind of like a reboot in a way, because you're going to be in the Imperium for this one. But at the same time, in all the three games, you hear about things that happen in the Devinter Imperium, and obviously in the Devinter Imperium, you got to hear about stuff that's going to happen in Orlais and Ferelden. So why not just keep the same outcomes from Origins and 2 all the way into the fourth one? But because the game is going to be coming out at the end of the month, and people have seen the trailers for the gameplays, the story and all that, people have high hopes that the gameplay, the cinematics, the coding, the programming, and all that, people are going to have high hopes for that. But in terms of storytelling, that's where people are going to be very disappointed with. And that's why I'm hoping that eventually when it gets released, if they got DLCs planned where it fills in the gaps of what happened during those 10 years, because supposedly after here it takes them 10 years into the Veilguard, which is stupid if you ask me. I hope they fill in the gaps of everything that happens, which includes your characters for the hero Ferelden and Hawk. If not, then they have to do that for the DLCs. Because if they announce out of the blue that there is a Dragon Age 5 coming, that could potentially be the last one, without anything from the hero Ferelden or Hawk, or even the Inquisitor, thumbs down for me. And I don't care if the action, the gameplay is good. If the storytelling there is not spot on, thumbs down. But anyway, that's the Veilguard. Also, linked below will be other BioWare and EA games, such as the Mass Effect Trilogy games, and eventually the new Mass Effect game coming out. And obviously, similar games to how Dragon Age is played out will be linked below. And meant like, the world kind of Dragon Age. Not a lot of games like that, so obviously the games that are like that will also be linked below. And that is pretty much it. So picking up where we left off. Sorry, I was about to cough there. Picking up where we left off, we have finished the DLC The Descent. And I must say, as good as that DLC was, it leaves at a cliffhanger. because we don't even know what happens to oh my god, I forgot her name. After she gets absorbed with the delirium, you know, she decides to stay behind in the Titan, but from there, we don't technically know what happens to her or happens to the body of that the guy that dies. Like, I keep forgetting their names. Oh my god. But you know, in the reports they said that his body was missing, so the grave where they buried him got dug up and his body was gone. So obviously, you know, it means that she must have dug it up, but whatever happens, I hardly doubt the Velgar is gonna pick it back up, so kinda disappointed. But you know, that's how it is, so what are you gonna do about it? So obviously, we're gonna interact with some stuff here, and then for some reason it does not appear here. Why are the gates still there? We literally opened all the gates. Why is that still there? Well, doesn't matter. The next one we're gonna do from here is the Jaws of Hakkon DLC, and unfortunately for that one, I have. You can't unfortunately see it here for some reason, but you can access it in the war room. So, oh, and also for some reason during recording, and I don't know if I mentioned this already, but we have accessed the Alluvion already, and for some reason I have lost that footage. I have no idea how I lost it, but I lost it. Kind of explain how and why I lost it, but there you go. I just lost it for some reason. Other than that, yeah, we're going to be starting the Jaws of Hakkon DLC for this one, but before that, we're going to interact with some people.
Inquisitor.
You have a problem. That over there is a full tavern, but everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Corypheus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Set a few up, knock a few down. You in or not?
You have an odd idea of preparation. I need to keep them at their best.
What's best then, Mopey? Constantly ready for death to fall from the gaping hole up there. I know people. Pissed off and fired up is better than dreary bleary. Come on.
Lead the way.
What, really?
Really?
I knew you were different. Let's go.
There must be something here.
What, the desk? Oh, yes. Center of the Empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
All right, Sarah. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip of something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one. Right, little lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes!
Well, Sarah, what do you have in mind?
Get a bucket. Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next up. What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe feed her messengers something gassy? No, birds don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Nothing to worry about, Solus. It's just me and Sarah.
Well, all right then.
Ah, what fun is that? Let's go. That was fun. An inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good, and Coryphanus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. Anyway, fun time, Inquisitor. You! Oh, frig. You did it!
It's good to see you.
So, you're a candidate for Divine now.
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
There are other ways you can change things.
Perhaps. I may not have a choice in the matter if the Chantry clerics pick another.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
The Spy Master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Ooh, this is the Blackwall mission. This is the Blackwall mission.
He would not have left unless he had a good reason.
It is not for me to speculate on Blackwall's motivations. Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Yeah, I know this mission. This is the mission where they find out that Blackwell's identity was fake. That he's not really, Warden. I believe they said his real name is Thom. I believe Thom or Tom, whichever of the two. And it turns out that he was never a real Warden. He assumed the identity of the real Blackwell that died during the Blights. Seeing bits and pieces, and this is one of the missions I was really looking forward to.
message from Divine Justinia. That's a shock. You're right reading it. Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
I'll help in whatever way I can.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your mind right now, but I need to speak with you. You know as well as I how far the Inquisition's influence has spread, and how desperate the Grand Clerics have become. Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine.
What do you suggest?
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote, but our actions will certainly influence the Grand Clerics. To sit on the Sunburst throne, a candidate should have grace, charm, and a will of solid steel. Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
What would your ideal Divine do with her power?
The most important thing, of course, is the restoration of the Circles and the Templar Order. The institutions that have protected Thedas for ages must be rebuilt and the malcontents utterly crushed. We cannot allow anarchists to threaten the lives of the innocent. After we have restored sanity to the world, there will be time to address voices of dissent.
Where can we find candidates outside of the Chantry? There must be someone other than Leliana or Cassandra.
The Chantry is already desperate. They would not look to unordained women if they had any choice. You may have better luck searching the halls of the Imperial Court. There are many women serving the Empire who have the necessary presence and acumen.
Leliana might be a better choice than Cassandra, don't you think?
Leliana is a well-meaning fool. She will do irreparable harm to countless people in the name of freedom. She proposes to abolish the Circles with nothing but a solemn promise from mages not to murder children. When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, villages aren't destroyed. The Circle protects us all. Mages will die and take ordinary men with them in a war that cannot be won. Consider carefully, Inquisitor. Everything we do is a sign from the Maker to those who seek one.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
I assume that means they both want something very badly from us.
You're quite correct. Hakkon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a Venatori cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orlais is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer gain.
What sort of man is the King of Navarra?
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Navarra.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
With all respect to Sigar Pentagast, her interest in politics is best described as thin.
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Hakkon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
Tell me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
I actually have relatives in Navarra. If you reason with the Archon, the Trevellians can persuade King Marcus we should help both countries.
Letting the Inquisition curry favor with both Tevinter and Navarra. Most ideal.
Wow, this makes it sound like human mage is preferable to play for Inquisition instead of the elven mage.
Let's see what we have.
Let us begin.
All right.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Bram Kenrick. He's the reason we're out here.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Worship.
Professor Kenrick teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came on an exchange program from Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I've found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
The texts say that Inquisitor Ameridan was a dragon hunter who vanished on his last expedition.
Yes, precisely. I see you've read Lautrec's Precursors to the Chantry. Inquisitor Ameridan stepped down shortly before the Nevarran Accord brought the Seekers of Truth into the Chantry. He hunted demons, dragons, and dangerous apostates in a time before Templars even existed.
I'm all for history if it means tracking down the equipment of a famous demon hunter.
If the last Inquisitor has been missing for 800 years, it's only fitting that today's Inquisition help find him.
Your scouts have gathered artifacts from the area. They may help us discover what Inquisitor Ameridan was doing.
I have news as well. We've encountered hostile Avar to the north. They call themselves the Jaws of Hakkon. There's also an Avar hold to the east. Unlike the Jaws of Hakkon, they've been friendly so far.
The Jaws of Hakkon?
They're hostile Avar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close. We've sent soldiers for defense, but the Hakkonites are cunning, merciless, and know the Basin better than we do. I'm afraid our men will not be able to hold out long.
I should go.
Safe travels.
Scout Harding has an impressive team. Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
Have you been able to locate Inquisitor Ameridan's resting place?
If only it were that easy. After 800 years, we can't just look for tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avar left behind, and of course ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Fortunately, thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter.
Yes, while it's rare to see Tevinter ruins so far south, the Imperium once had an outpost of some sort here. They might have built it as a ritual site. I'm not sure what military value it could have. In any event, it's muddled up the research slightly, but I've accounted for it.
You lost me at buckling.
You'd think that a buckle was a buckle. But ever since people started belting on weapons, they've been adding bits. One piece here has a dragon engraving. With the alloys of the metals used, it's clearly Tevinter. While this one uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Elysian Empire. Now, when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
What do you have, Professor?
Everything so far points to the shore not far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline. They were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avar fishing camp, but the Avar won't say much about it.
What makes you think the last Inquisitor was fighting?
There's a clasp here common to armorlings. It's clearly torn. That only happens from a heavy shearing blow, like large claws or an axe. Then there's the dagger. Silverite, with a stylized dragon pommel and an inscription reading Cordilis. That dagger had to be a gift from Cordilis Dracon, first Emperor of Orlais. No one would just lose such a thing.
What can you tell me about the Avar fishing camp?
Not much. It's the friendly Avar, not these jaws of Hakkon barbarians. According to the scouts, they wouldn't say much about the area. Likely a local superstition.
I'll find a way to that island and see if there's anything useful there.
Excellent. I'll continue to study what's been found. With luck, we'll both find some answers. Also, one of my research assistants, Colette, was investigating an old structure to the north. I'm not certain it's related to our investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
Inquisition soldiers. We should help them.
There! To all Anders!
Kill the Inquisitor! Death to her home for Hakkon's glory!
These jaws of Hakkon demanded your death. What do they have against us?
Perhaps the friendlier Avar in the village Harding mentioned can shed some light.
Lieutenant Farrow, sir. We've beaten back those Hakkonite bastards. My men and I will hold here. The Hakkonites along the river still pose a threat. After this last battle, we need time to fortify and regroup.
What's the situation along the river?
Between the Hakkonites and the wildlife, this isn't the easiest place to maintain a presence. The river's the best way for the Inquisition to send supplies from Skyhold, or it would be if we could travel safely along it. The Hakkonites set up camps near the banks, and they attack anyone who gets within view.
That will be all, Lieutenant.
Sir?
so, Seeker? Your Inquisition grows.
It was never my Inquisition, Solus.
You did the brutal, thankless work of putting the wheels in motion. Do you feel no regret at letting that power pass to another?
I did my part, but the power you describe was never mine to carry. I know myself, and I cannot be the leader we need. Thus, I have no regrets.
You surprise me again, Seeker.
Your opinion of me must be very low for me to surprise you so often.
Not low, but realistic. Very few, however honorable, release power they have won.
finally found someplace I hate even more than caves. That's a first.
Over there. We must do something.
Inquisitor. Still finding it difficult to breathe, but I'm not strewn across the landscape, so thank you. I'm Colette, Professor Kenrick's research assistant. I was hoping to conduct a survey of a Tevinter ruin in the hills. I may not have chosen the best route.
You're Kenrick's research assistant, so that makes you a student at the University of Orlais.
It does? Why?
It was only a question.
I'm sorry. That's usually asked with skepticism. The university accepts those worthy of admission, though elven students are few.
How do you find it there?
It's not easy, but this is what I want. And I like working for Professor Kenrick. Elven research students, where publications concerned, their work's often deemed not substantial enough for formal credit. But Kenrick cares about people who want to learn. If our research finds an audience, I know my name will be included.
What were you hoping to find at the ruin?
The Tevinter's time here was brief, but their architecture endured, offering shelter, forming landmarks. Ancient Avar would have encountered these structures, which certainly predate Inquisitor Emeridan. Evaluating the ruins could offer insight into the region's history, once I can get set up.
You're still going there?
I've read everything we have on Emeridan, and studied up on new excavation techniques. I won't waste this opportunity. If you've a map, I can show you my destination, if you'd be interested in the findings.
Stay safe.
I will.
shred of cold in the air today.
All the rams are growing thick coats. It'll be...
What is that commotion?
Your climbers seem tired, thanks. More hunting. Is your hold beast well?
We hunt as well as ever, Thane Harrison.
You would be safer under the shield of the jaws of Hakkon.
Hask Fisherson has taken victory in sight of the Lady of the Skies. Pav, you owe 4 rams to Hask, not 3.
Ha! Tear his tits.
Wind, lift your oaths to the Lady of the Skies, and hand the rams over come sunrise.
May your people be as strong as your hold beast.
We've heard of your arrival, Lowlanders. Come, share my fire where we might speak. Inquisitor, I am Svara Sunhair, Thane of Stonebear Hold. You have guest welcome here. The Lowlanders have little love for their mages. I am impressed that you came to lead this Inquisition. You and your people have come far from the safety of the Lowlands.
We have not come to cause trouble in your home, Thane. We have learned that the last Inquisitor may have died here hundreds of years ago. We seek his body.
Giving peace to the dead is a worthy quest. Any help we can offer is yours. Sadly, the jaws of Hakkon will not offer so warm a welcome. You have met their Thane, Gerd Harrison. I wager you have crossed blades with the jaws of Hakkon in the wilderness. If you would search this place for your Inquisitor's body, they will want you to pay in blood.
I'd like to know more about the Jaws of Hakkon.
They are not the first hold to take that name. All have been foolish. What would you know of them?
What do the Jaws of Hakkon believe that makes them so angry?
A wise man honors each god to its strength. Bjorn Reedbeard for fishing, Rilla of the Fireside for making babies. The Hakkonites care only for Hakkon Wintersbreath, god of war and winter. There is no evil in Hakkon. There are times to fight, but the jaws of Hakkon care for nothing else. They raid, they fight. Eventually they die and their stories are forgotten. It is the way of things.
What can you tell me of the people now calling themselves the Jaws of Hakkon?
They came here a few years ago, after the Blight took their hold. There was land enough for both, so we were friendly. We did not see their anger. Gerd Harrison lost too many in his hold to Darkspawn. He thought only of battle and war. To avenge a wrong is a good thing, but only a fool lights the world on fire to do it.
You said that there were earlier groups known as the Jaws of Hakkon.
Yes. Many ages ago. They thought of nothing but slaughter glory. They attacked the Lowlanders. Your people fought back and destroyed them. They were fools.
I will speak with you later.
Walk with the lady's blessing.
Animals the jaws of Hakkon kill. Rat things with frost dripping from their claws.
I have. August is his bad magic.
You're the Inquisitor. I hear your people already sing songs of you.
How are you so well informed?
Oh, Hellstim soaks up gossip when he goes trading. He just returned from the lowlands. I'm Fulna Hethstotten, Keeper of Histories, and Skald to the Hold.
I've never met a Skald. Is that anything like a bard?
I suppose. Every hold has someone who sings its songs. Doesn't yours?
Fair enough.
We keep the old songs and histories, the oaths and the legend marks.
I understood all of that, except legend mark.
The Skald before me was born Gulda Elsdotter. She crafted a great new tale for the hold. It pleased the spirits. After that, we called her Gulda Gildan's Song.
So they're titles, honorifics.
Not all carry glory. My father was Heth Mule's Head. He'd never let go of a quarrel.
Can you choose a legend mark for yourself?
Only if I wanted to be scorned as a child. I've only been a Skald a few years. I've not made any great feats, good or ill. Yet.
Farewell.
Good journeys.
Be welcome, Inquisitor. Though I fear I've time for little more than a greeting. I must prepare these souls for their greater journey, particularly those who depart without the reverence due. Their way is often hardest.
I'm not familiar with Avar funerals. May I ask what proper rites entail?
When the time comes, we are given sky burials. For most, the body is laid out and prayers given. When the birds come, they carry the soul to the Lady of the Skies. The body, unneeded, is gone.
For most?
Some souls, such as Calden's, are chosen to return. The augur reads the signs at birth. It is a rare honor. In order to return, an offering is made to Korth the Mountain Father and buried beneath the body. A piece of the soul thus remains, allowing the rest to return to this world and be reborn.
Will someone not be given proper rites?
Calden Enverson is one of the few whose soul may return. Bloodkin must make an offering to the Huntmaster, who prepares it. Or so it should be. Calden's son, Finn, has failed in this duty, but then there's you.
Me?
You're a guest of our hold. A gift from you cannot be refused. Even an offering for Calden. I cannot dictate the nature of a gift, but if my suggestion appeals to you, speak to the Huntmaster.
I should be off.
Lady keep you.
Fine work.
I still don't understand how drakes take that hand.
Maybe we should start you on Shepherd 6.
Isn't that a children's game?
Yeah.
That Hellstim.
Always making up strange stories and looking at Olesian books.
Aye, it isn't natural. It's come from learning how to read.
Strange that the veil seems so thin here. A great many spirits must have gathered in this place.
And everybody take a drink.
So, come to test yourself.
How so?
Our warriors want your measure, Inquisitor. Bring us an offering, and we'll let you fight Hakkon's trials. Stonebear Hold would know if the spirits favor you. So would I.
Do you run this arena?
I do. I'm called Hakkon Felsen. I prepare warriors for the gods. Truly, I drill it into young heads that no one's born knowing how the axe swings or the arrow flies.
What do you mean, prepare your warriors for the gods?
As we train, the gods see us become worthy.
Worthy of what?
A second strength when you most need it. A glimpse that spots a blade in your heart. Warriors must show their will for these gifts, and the will for practice.
Interesting. You draw in spirits influenced by these ritual battles to aid you during real conflict.
Didn't I say as such?
Yes, but... Of course. My apologies.
What is this trial, exactly?
A battle against our best. Wit and muscle, and steel against steel. Not to death, just surrender. In case you're afraid.
I have faced much worse than the Avar.
That demands proof. We're ready to see it when you have the courage.
Can we begin this trial of Hakkon?
We need an offering from you first. To honor Hakkon and the dead.
Why do you pray to Hakkon when his fanatics cause you so much trouble?
Hakkon Wintersbreath could be testing us through those fanatics. He can be a cruel god, Lowlander. He'll favor the victor and no other. Strength to strength. If the jaws of Hakkon tried to raid us, we'll feed their scraps to the bears.
Farewell.
Safe journeys.
These bones were part of a sacrifice. The jaws of Hakkon placed a powerful spell here.
It could be blood magic. Let's look for any more skulls. I think that's the last of the bones. What were the Jaws of Hakkon doing with this magic?
It's Avar magic, right? Maybe the Avar who don't want to kill us have an answer.
We can ask around the village.
Inquisitor.
No, no, no! I cannot have guests, lowlanders, even those who don't hail from the hold.
Who are you? And why are you out here?
If I tell you, will you leave me be? I am Sigrid Gulsdotten, Augur's apprentice. I exiled myself from Stonebear Hold.
You exiled yourself?
Aye, I did. And my tongue will say no more on that.
These Hakkonites seem little more than thugs. done what we can here. Inquisition presence should help keep the area safe. Safer than it was, at least. No good.
Inquisitor. Making progress.
The Hakkonites were pushed back from the river.
That will put minds at ease, sir. I'll arrange patrols for the area. It's no Imperial highway, but we'll see people along as safely as we can.
That will be all, Lieutenant.
Sir?
Alright, I think we've done a pretty good start to the Jaws of Hakkon DLC. I didn't expect it to be like this, honestly. I thought it'd be kind of like how it was for the Descent, but nonetheless, it's perfectly fine the way it is. Obviously, sorry, I was about to cough there. Obviously, we got the Blackwall mission ready, because Blackwall mission where his identity is exposed, and I'm assuming the one for Leliana, based from the romance with the Warden, is the place she goes to where there's the statue of Justinia when she was Dorothea back then. I'm assuming it's that. And obviously, other than that, yeah, this is a pretty good start to the Jaws of Hakkon, so we'll stop here. We'll be back with this again another time, and as always, leave a like and comments.